Hi, I'm DeQuincy, and we're going to be watching this first video, one of 3 in a series that provides tutorial support at training lifeguards, specifically a secondary lifeguard, on how to assist in towing or extrication of a victim. As a trainer, what we're striving for is that we'd always like to see a good team response when it comes to an aquatic incident. And one of the easier places that can happen is the secondary lifeguard can assist the primary lifeguard in towing the victim. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch this video, and then we're going to come back and do a breakdown for the benefit of those new lifeguard instructors and in-service trainers. Here we go.
Alright, so this is showing team towing, shallow water. Go ahead and go.
Alright, now that we've watched the video, let's go back and talk about what works and what can be improved upon. So, what we're trying to do here is we're not necessarily working on speed, we are working on having the secondary lifeguard be synchronized with the primary. And so that when the extrication process or when they're towing the victim, they're not stepping over each other, or the secondary is not encumbering or getting in the way. What we want to see is that the secondary lifeguard enhances the speed and effectiveness of the extrication with the primary. So you got to have them practice. I'm going to recommend that at first when you see this and you try to have your staff do this, it looks pretty funky. So you're going to really need them to focus and do a couple laps, 3, 4, even maybe 5 laps if necessary, to get them synchronized. Now, again, what do we always want to look for with good extrication or good towing? First, victim is face up at the surface and being fully supported by the rescue tube, which is what we see here, which looks good. Okay, airways out. The next thing that we're going for is that we see right here and here, both of the lifeguards are holding on to the victim in a symmetrical way where they are pinching the victim's arm with the rescue tube underneath their arms. Okay, so this looks good. This looks really good. Now, for this to be effective in a good training process that you can progress from, we want to start in 3.5 foot of water. And you see that here. Again, this is not about speed right now. This is more about synchronizing them. Synchronizing the 2 lifeguards. Okay, so let's take a look and see how this works. We're going to go ahead and start here. And they're walking. And their step is synchronized. It's not funky in the way that one is getting ahead of the other, or one of the lifeguards is having to almost tow the secondary or primary lifeguard. They're working together, so they've got good unified speed. This is a great team response that I'm seeing here. Some of the other things that you can see here is that one of the lifeguards is supporting the victim's head, okay, which is nice. And the reason that we want to see that is I have seen in the past that you have 2 lifeguards towing or extricating a victim quickly, so quickly that the victim's head is going underwater. And we don't want that to happen. Again, we want to have enhanced care, enhanced performance. All right, we don't want to hurt the victim or the rescuers. All right, the other thing that's nice here is that you see both lifeguards looking in the same direction, moving in the same direction. They're at the same speed, and it's going to be a quick speed as soon as they start to get more proficient at this. Okay, as they get better and better and better, they'll be able to do this quicker and quicker. So this looks good. Okay, they're not fighting each other. They're both going forward. This looks very good here. Again, good airway, way up on the victim, looks nice. And then we're seeing here that they're utilizing only one rescue tube, and the other rescue tube is here. All right, and it's dragging behind. Again, both of your lifeguards responded with their tubes, and they've decided how to effectively use the resources, which is nice. The only thing that I would say is a big no-no that I'm seeing is here. Notice that the victim trying to help the lifeguards is holding or bunching up a bunch of the rescue tube strap, which is a big no-no. If we're going to train, we want to be able to train realistically. So again, victims are not going to be doing that. So keep that in mind, and I would correct that. But otherwise, this looks very good, and I would encourage that the progression from here would be then, now that they've synchronized their pace or their speed, both lifeguards can show up, grab onto the victim, and then start. And that's a nice, easy progression. So they're starting in place with their handholds. The next one would be to enter the water and then get into their handholds and then start moving. All right? Thanks a lot here.